Welcome to Talking Maine.
Hey, Mike, you need to make me come back. I'm hiding over here. Come on, bring me back.
Oh no, Tom's disappeared. I better bring him back. Abracadabra.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Mike!
Welcome back, Tom.
Well, thank you. You know, I left. I got different pants on, different shirt, different bow tie. Wow,
Clean bow tie.
You are magic. Magic Mike, welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
I thought it would be great to have you come back on again. So you got a couple more magic tricks you're going to baffle and buffalo me with. So why don't we start? What do you got?
Well, you always ask me, how I got into magic.
Yeah.
And I figured I'd actually show you now one of the first magic tricks that I purchased from a magic store.
Wow.
I was like 10 years old, and we were living in Austin. And my
Texas,
parents, yes, Austin, Texas. My parents took me to San Antonio, it's about 80 miles away. I don't remember the name of the shop, but I looked at all the different things they had, and I fell in love with this. It's called the Chenley water suspension.
Oh, there's nothing there.
Nothing in there, that's right.
Wait. Can you hold it up to the camera so they can see there's nothing in there?
Yeah.
All right.
You can put anything through it.
Yeah.
Because it's just an empty tube.
Okay.
You could take a glass, but the magic happens when you take water or milk. Get ready to catch it, Tom.
Wait a minute. There's nothing there, Mike.
Nothing there.
It's
like the water has evaporated.
Holy moly.
And as a child of 10, this effect was just so magical. I fell in love with it and persuaded my parents to purchase it for me. That's the Chenley water suspension.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Wow, very cool. You made the milk. That's still an empty can. I don't get it. I'm going to.
You can drink it.
Silk scarf? Nothing special in that.
No, it's just a what magicians call an ordinary red silk. We use silk because they're more compressible, But keep your eye on it, okay?
Okay.
Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to go 1, I'm going to go 2, I'm going to go 3. That's one of the first tricks I learned as a child. I guess it still works.
I guess so. That's pretty good, Michael. Wow. You sure it's not under your hand somewhere? You hit it. Is it in here? No. So, Michael, how do you find some of these tricks? Do you go online?
Well, I have a great vintage magic collection, and most of them I get online that I see that other individuals for some reason are selling, so I contact them and say I'd like to buy it, and like Attaboy was one such purchase. A lot of the sites offer that service to its members, where you could advertise things for sale, and things sell fast. The magical community is it's amazing. Yeah.
So this is really not, somebody's had this in their collection and they've decided to sell it, and you bought it out of the collection.
Right, yeah.
So it's not necessarily you go onto the magic site and say, oh, I want to buy this one and this one. I guess you could do that too.
There are a couple of places that, deal in vintage magic exclusively, and you can make the purchases there, but for the most part, it's individual sellers. Things from their collection they no longer use, want, need, whatever. And
is it expensive? Or I guess it can be.
I think it is.
yeah, I guess so. Wow. So who is this Attaboy guy?
Well, this is Attaboy. As I said, that was a Jack Hughes creation. Attaboy is as old as I am. This is 1958. Actually, I'm a little older than
Hey,
Attaboy.
so am I, so.
So he's the youngest member here. And
He's a bellhop.
he's a bellhop. And he's going to do a magic trick for you, Tom.
All right.
Card trick.
All right, we'll see if
So we need a deck of cards. And we'll just give them a shuffle like that. Now I'll let you just kind of
Yeah,
see the
it's all there.
cards,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
different cards. Tom, I would like for you to select any card you'd like. You have a free choice except for that one. No, you can take that one.
All right.
Okay. And if you would memorize it, show it to the audience. Let them get a good look at it.
Okay.
Okay. And we'll just bury it back into the deck. Attaboy's been watching all that. He knows your card is somewhere in the deck.
I should have covered his eyes.
You should have covered his eyes, Tom, exactly. Because if you didn't cover his eyes, we'll just shuffle them up again. And we'll just pop them in here. Now, what Attaboy is going to do is he is going to look at the cards one at a time.
Okay.
And he's going to try and determine the card
Did I pick?
that you selected. At the same time, Tom, you're going to be looking at the cards, and you're going to be thinking, is the card that Attaboy looking at my card or not? And you can say stop
Okay.
whenever you want.
All right, let's go a couple.
Okay.
All right.
And then we'll take a look at the card.
Stop.
Right there.
Yep.
You're looking at, you said stop.
Yep.
Attaboy is looking at this card.
Yep.
And Attaboy gives the affirmation.
Oh, okay.
That was your selected card.
Oh, my goodness.
Years of experience, 58 years of experience.
Okay, so let's do it again, and I'm going to cover his eyes.
You want to do that?
Yeah, I want to do that. I'm
we,
going to cover his
we
eyes.
do have a silk in back of you, Tom. You
Oh,
can
okay. We're going to
cover
cover
his eyes with the silk.
When we do this again, I'll let you get all the cards out, just in case I pick the 3 again.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Oh, this is the hard part.
Of getting them all out.
Getting them. They just didn't build that holder
Very big.
big enough.
You need tiny hands, Mike.
I know. I kind of got oversized hands.
There. All right. Shuffle them up.
Okay. All right.
We'll see if he can do it blindfolded or not.
We'll just blindfold him. Okay, I've never done this before. Attaboy's never done
We're
it
gonna challenge
before.
him.
It'll be a challenge. Select a card, please. Any card. Awesome. As before, show it to the audience. And we'll just pop her back into the deck. Lose the card in the deck. And Attaboy is blindfolded.
Yeah.
But what's going to happen is he still is going to find your card. And this time, he's going to use his sense of hearing.
He's going to hear what my card sounds like.
See, so we'll put the cards up to his ear and tap it.
Okay.
And he'll hear the taps on the card. And as before, Tom, you can say stop anytime you want.
All right, one more. All right, stop.
Right there.
Yep.
Do you hear that, Attaboy?
Oh my goodness, look at that. Pretty good.
Take a look at that, Attaboy.
Hey, you did pretty good, buddy.
did it again.
Not bad for an old guy. That, very, very good. Very good. Very good. I'm impressed. Boy, Attaboy got it right. Wow. Whew. I mean, I don't know how these people figure these things out. This is great. Wow.
Yeah, I don't know how, because, you know, I went through a spell figuring out, try and invent a magic trick or a new way of doing something. It's difficult. I can't do it.
So when you get this card trick, they give you a video to how to do it?
Oh,
Or
no,
you
no.
just kinda
Like,
read it?
these are so old, they don't come with videos, just printed instruction. And a lot of times, you know, in the old days, printed instructions were pretty pathetic.
I bet they were. I bet they were.
That's the one thing about magic and instructions. They do not employ technical writers, and they should. They really should.
Yeah, because it's probably the guy who said, okay, I guess I better write this up so I can remember how to do it later on. Wow. So as you said, you go onto this site and you find a trick that you like, and then you purchase it and you bring it home and you teach yourself how to do it.
Correct.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So I think I asked this before, but let me ask again. Your favorite right now, I mean, you like Attaboy, but do you have another one that we haven't brought on the show yet that someday in the future we would?
Oh, yes. Let's got like 30 one would be the Chinese Flame Clock by Milton Worth. Abbott's Hole in One. Just so many.
Wow, those are cool. Well, we'll have you come back on
Yeah.
again. You'll have to
They're
bring
very
those-
colorful. I like colorful magic.
Yeah, I can see that with
You know.
what you've got here. So, and then when you buy the stuff, it comes to the house. You kind of then play with it, get it mastered, and you're ready to go.
Yep.
And you know, one of the ones that fascinates me is the ropes. They must be special ropes you buy that make the knots go away and make the rope get longer after you cut it up. I'm still fascinated by that one.
Okay.
You know, and then I also, having watched some of the Penn and Teller shows where they literally levitate people, and I can't figure out how they do it because they got the hula hoops they pass over.
I know.
them and
Isn't it insane?
It's insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
Totally insane.
So you've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
And if somebody wants to have you come do a show like you did at my place, you can do that, correct? They
That I
give you-
can. I'm not going to do it until
After COVID is pretty well straightened out.
next year, if things are in order. You know, I'm working on a new show. It's going to be a show for the campgrounds and for the fairs across the state. And, you know, it's very big, very colorful, but had to put it on hold, but at least I'm practicing it, so.
Good. I remember you came to my house one time when I had a little
Yeah,
fundraiser.
that was a lot of fun.
And had a little get-together to do that. Well, Mike, you got this other special thing
yes.
here that maybe we'll take a break here for a second and get set up for it.
Sounds great.
All right. Well, here we are, set up for the next trick. Mike, what do we got this time?
Well, we have another Jack Hughes creation.
Jack
It's
Hughes.
one of his famous ones. It's called Cuban Release.
Cuban Release.
Cuban Release.
We're going to release the Cubans.
We're going to release the Cubans. You know, the funny thing about it is this was made in the 50s. This is probably like 56.
Wow.
And when the Cuban Missile Crisis occurred in the early 60s, they actually changed the name from the Cuban Release to Cuban Release.
Cuban. Interesting. And having grown up,
Let me show you. What I have here is held down with this top a block.
A block. Yep, that guy right there.
This big block. And you'll notice that there are ropes going through the block.
Okay.
Take the block, Tom. It's very lightweight, as you can see.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Nothing in there.
Nothing
Big
in
tube
there.
Going through. Block. Everybody see that? Block, tube going through. Interesting block.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll take the ropes, and what we'll do is we'll put them through the block, and we'll station the block back in here. We'll take the frame, locking the block in place, snapping the frame in place. Now,
All right, so I'm going to just check this. You've locked that in place. You've locked that in place. You put that back. Block still hollow with the ropes going
with
through.
the ropes going through it. Now, there's no way this block can escape.
That's right. You can't do it.
Or
Impossible.
is there?
Unless it disappears.
Unless it disappears. What's going to happen is, oops, we have to unlock it again. Unlock the front.
Okay.
And watch how easily, Tom,
The rope just went through there, though.
that block just slides out.
Wait a minute. There were ropes coming out there before. I saw them go through there. Went through.
As the Cuban released by Jack Hughes, it's baffled audiences for
And the rope's still
years and years and years.
And the rope's there. I didn't even see that.
Everything is still here. This is one of my favorites. That and Attaboy, of course.
Holy
It's kind of like a Jack Hughes magic show that we had.
Wow. So does it go back now?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, so it's been released and it's ready to go. Huh. Wow.
It's been released.
And the rope is there. Pretty
Ready
cool.
to go.
That is pretty cool. Wow. Where did you learn that one, Mike? Same thing online, and so this is an original magic box kind of thing that this is part of.
Oh, the table?
Yeah.
Isn't it beautiful?
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
So the table actually
table is from the 1930s.
Okay, so the table is separate from the trick. It's a
correct.
magic table.
Yes,
I got it.
yep.
Wow, that's a beautiful
You
table.
know, so you'll do different things on it, and as you move them back and forth throughout your show. Yeah.
Okay, that was pretty good. I like that trick. So, Mike, let's go back to the regular set and we'll close out the show. That was great.
Sounds great.
All right, very good. We'll take a
Thank
break
you.
for a second. Well, welcome. That was great. Welcome back, everybody. That was a great trick.
Thank you.
That box is pretty neat.
Yeah.
So, Mike, you've been doing this for quite a while, just a couple of years. So, who's your favorite magician out of all of this that you watch or you pay attention to what he's done? Could be alive today or past. Who's your favorite magician?
Well, honestly, Tom, I would have to say myself.
Oh, that's
No.
a good answer. That's a good answer. I like that answer.
No, actually, you know, for me, favorites don't limit themselves just to one or two or three. It's kind of like with movies, you know. What's your favorite movie? It's like I got a dozen favorite movies, and I really can't decide. Same thing with my magic and with magicians. But one particular person stands out for his close-up work. Would be Dia Vernon, and he was back in the 40s, 50s, 60s, and he was monumental in advancing, you know, sleight of hand, you know, and routining and theory, you know. So I really like and respect him for that. You know, for stage stuff, I'm not privy to the old-time magicians, you know, to see their shows. I could just read about them, like Keller and Herman and Thurston, and see their posters and stuff. You know, so I really like that, but unfortunately it has a more modern-day slant because you know, it's what I've been exposed to, you know, individuals like David Copperfield, David Blaine, and such, and there's just so many talented people, you know.
Yeah, they are good. I mean, I get fascinated by the guy that's on the street that'll stop apparently anybody and say, okay, pick a card, and then tells them what card he's going to be. And they're like, and I'm looking at it like, how does he know this stuff? It's pretty impressive. What about Houdini? What kind of magician was he? Was he more of an he was more
escape artist.
Escape artist.
Yes. He's known for, but he was actually an accomplished magician. You know, he performed stage shows prior to getting, you know, his escape act together, and he was billed as, what was it? The
Great Houdini? Or?
King of Cards, I think,
Oh, is
at
that
one
right?
time.
Oh.
He did excellent card manipulations, which is really fascinating because his hands were so short and stubby, you know.
Wow. So it was more like card readings or picking out the card that you picked?
Yeah, card manipulations and card tricks, yeah.
Wow. And what about the modern guys like, well, Penn and Teller? I mean, they're a very different kind of artists out there with their magic.
They're just totally well versed. You know, Teller, the one that doesn't talk, he's actually an incredible close-up artist, close-up magician, but you never really see him, you know, performing on TV or shows, you know. But yeah, he's phenomenal. And Penn, of course, you know, with his stage presentation, they just make a great team.
Wow. Have you ever cut somebody in half?
No, but years and years ago, I did an effect called Dissecto, which was an arm chopper.
Really?
Yes. And they would be brave enough to volunteer and put their arm into the machine, and I put carrots all around it and pull the blade down and give them a ride to the hospital.
Oh yeah. Geez. Well, Mike, I appreciate you coming on the show again. Will you come
Thank you for
again?
having me. Definitely.
And you're going to do the fire one and so forth. So, but I'm going to get you now, Mike. See, I've been holding on to this magic wand.
You have it.
You make me disappear, and then you make me come back. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make you disappear. Until the next year. Yes, I'm afraid so. Are you ready?
Don't.
Abracadabra! Well, I made him disappear. I'm getting even for all those times he makes me disappear. We'll make him reappear the next time we have Magic Mike back on the TV show. Thanks for tuning in. Mike, wherever you are out there, thanks for a great job today. We'll see you next time on Talkin Maine with the Bowtie Boy.